Okay, guys, and so we were in the middle of starting a phase, a phase 3, and I went back to phase 2 for a quick second. You can always export your, I recommend, in fact, during this version before we change it to make this easier. This application is going to change quite a bit, but for now you can just export these 3 to remember these numbers because you're going to need them when you get to phase 3. Okay, or you can just put them in a notepad, whatever you want to do. Okay, so you do to make a phase 3, you just do it like you normally do with anything else, which we started to at the end of the last video. You create a cluster, and assuming you've already exported it from your phase 2, okay, go ahead and call it phase 3. Flower essence is your keyword topic grouping, where we're sorting topics and scaling these topics. Flower essences is the theme name. Now the reason I'm choosing flower essences is because we've kind of decided somewhere between VOMA and phase 1 that flower essences is definitely probably the head of the topic, or the primary theme within the topic, in this topic group or this theme cluster. And you can see that these guys are kind of subsidiaries. They're really as far as cost and traffic. Now you go ahead and hit create flower essence. And here's where you want to start playing around with search engine proven synonyms. Okay, these are suggestions that always come up, and flower essences we're going to leave because actually this is flower essences. That must flowers essences. No, we're going to leave that off. Remedy essence. Some people like to go like flower essence. We're going to leave on. Flower remedies we're going to leave on. And it's kind of nice to see that those came up as synonyms already. So we didn't really have to go through this process of figuring these out on our own. Krakken would have brought those back for you anyways. But at least we know that they're the most important ones. Okay. Now here's where it gets really interesting. We're going to go ahead and click continue. And now in order to go further with this video, I'm going to have to start talking to you about search engine proven synonyms and KGO, because these are going to be drilled into as KGO so far, but then we're going to be asked to define our theme. In order to go further, I really need you to know how to move forward in defining your theme and how it's going to affect your blueprint by the choices you make. Now there's a video that Sue and I did. It's on a flip cam. It's called Keyword Generation Only versus Theme Defining. You can just put that in a search engine if you want. Here's the actual code on YouTube, or you can go to youtube.com/themezoom and hunt through our videos. But this explains very carefully. I'm going to explain to you again what happens. I'm also going to put a link to this video in the forum right between this video and the next Jing video, so you can be sure to watch it again. Now that video is going to be very important for you to watch before you actually proceed to use up one of your blueprint tokens. And I'm going to review that this briefly with the remainder of the video. If I were to not select these, leave them open and just click I'm done selecting which themes defining synonyms, what's going to happen, as Sue described in her video, Krakken's going to try to pull keywords that are just general. In other words, it's going to drill into these and pull keywords out there, but it's only going to compare those keywords to the parent theme, which we've decided is flower essence. But there's also a couple of other implications about this. If, for example, you have something that's only got 50 competing pages or 500 competing pages and is a really low co-occurrence, you're going to tend to skew some of the words that are returned back towards that thing. Like if I did a super long tail like flower essence, herbal remedies, Dr. Brent, Floralive, okay, that would be just something not topically on point and compared, and not the right kind of comparison to flower essences, because the number of competing pages, it has nothing to do with competition. In that video I'm talking about, I talk a lot about competition. Ignore that. It's actually the number of competing pages. Now what I'm seeing here is this is 3,500,000. These are within these are about well, this is about 1 million. This is well over 1 million. These are probably okay to define your theme. Keep in mind when you define your theme that that's going to actually profoundly affect the blueprint, and all the words that we bring back are going to be very supportive of all 3 of these. These are around the same category, competing number of pages and topic. I'm fine with that, so I'm going to be done. I'm going to choose that. These are light blue because they are actually synonyms. You've just created a synonymic set. You've custom built it yourself for the word flower essences. I'm going to come back. We're going to get into what you've just done, and we're going to review it. Good job, guys.